The Spirit often prepares you with mysterious signs. These are not coincidences, they are divine indicators that your blessing is already written. First, you may dream of wealth, of numbers glowing, of money in your hands. These are not empty illusions, but whispers of what is already yours in the unseen. Pay attention, for dreams carry messages. Second, the universe begins to align numbers and patterns around you. You see the same digits on clocks, receipts, and even on strangers' conversations. This repetition is not random. It is the echo of your destiny calling you. Third, there comes a strange confidence in your heart. You cannot explain it, but you feel as though the prize is already yours. This is faith taking shape, reality bending to your conviction. Fourth, you are drawn into sudden encounters with abundance. You overhear people speaking of lottery wins, unexpected money, or divine provision. These conversations are not chance. They are confirmations sent to strengthen your belief. Fifth, you will feel a deep calm, a peace that silences all worry. You no longer chase or beg, you simply know. That peace is proof that the seed has already been planted and will soon bear fruit. Sixth, just before the breakthrough, resistance intensifies. Doubts rise, obstacles appear, and everything seems against you. But do not be fooled. This is the final test of your faith. The enemy only fights what is about to be revealed. And when you hold fast, when you believe without seeing, the seventh sign will unfold the manifestation itself. The ticket, the numbers, the jackpot. It finds its way into your hands, because it was always yours in spirit before it appeared in the natural. So watch closely, listen deeply, and trust the signs. Your blessing does not approach from afar. It is already waiting within you, ready to be drawn into your reality. Dreams are not mere shadows of the mind. They are divine signals from a realm beyond sight. When wealth is approaching, when fortune is on its way into your life, it often begins first in the secret place of dreams. Many dismiss these night visions as strange or meaningless, but the Spirit speaks in symbols, and the language of the soul is often revealed while the body rests. If you find yourself dreaming of money, of shining numbers, of unexpected treasures falling into your hands, know that you are being given a glimpse of the reality that is already forming for you. It is not fantasy. It is prophecy. When wealth is about to meet you, your dreams may become more vivid than ever before. You may see yourself holding a winning ticket, walking into a place of abundance, or even encountering numbers that seem to glow with unusual brilliance. These dreams are not accidental. They are preparing your consciousness to accept what has already been granted to you in the unseen. The subconscious carries no limitations. In that secret space of night, you are shown what you dare to believe, even before your waking eyes can accept it. You may dream of finding money in unexpected places, bills in your pockets, coins on the ground, treasures hidden in plain sight. Such dreams stir the feeling of possession within you. They ignite a sense of expectation, and that expectation is the magnet that draws the blessing closer. The dream is the seed, but the faith in its message is the water that makes it grow. If you disregard the dream, the soil of your heart may remain barren. But if you embrace it, if you wake and say, "This is for me," then you align your life with what heaven has already declared. Sometimes the dream comes not as money itself, but as symbols of increase. Fields of ripe harvest, overflowing baskets, or doors opening wide to new rooms you have never seen before. Each symbol carries a message: your season of increase is at hand. Do not take it lightly. The Spirit reveals what is on the horizon, so you will recognize it when it appears. Dreams of wealth are not about greed, they are about preparation. When you see riches in your sleep, your inner world is rehearsing possession. Your soul is training itself to walk in abundance before your feet ever step into it. That is why such dreams feel so real, so powerful, so unforgettable. They are rehearsals for the stage of reality. So, if dreams of numbers, money, or fortune begin to stir within you, do not dismiss them. Receive them as divine whispers that wealth is drawing near. Hold the images in your heart. Give thanks as though you already possess them, and allow them to shape your waking belief. For what you see in the night is not illusion. It is the shadow of a blessing preparing to step into the light. When your blessing draws near, life begins to speak in patterns. The ordinary turns extraordinary, and what others call coincidence becomes for you a clear sign. Numbers repeat themselves on clocks, receipts, license plates, and even in conversations you overhear. You glance at the time, and it is 11:11. You purchase something, and the change comes to 7.77. You wake in the night, and the clock reads 3:33. To the untrained eye, these are just random alignments, but to the spirit that is alert, these are confirmations that destiny is arranging itself around you. The universe is not chaotic, it is precise. When your moment approaches, its patterns begin to appear in the fabric of your daily life. Numbers are powerful because they are symbols. They carry vibration, meaning, and resonance that echo in both the natural and spiritual realms. When numbers begin to repeat around you, it is not by accident. They are like markers on the road, guiding you closer to what has already been written for you. Each repetition is heaven's way of saying, you are on the right path. Keep walking. Do not doubt. These signs do not create your blessing, but they remind you of what is already unfolding. It may not always be numbers alone. Sometimes it is dates that keep resurfacing. You may notice the same birth date appearing in different places, or a particular day of the month becoming highlighted again and again. Perhaps you see the date of your own birthday repeated in random moments. These are whispers of alignment. They tell you that your story and your blessing are converging at a divinely appointed time. Life uses these repeated patterns to assure you that what you are expecting is already in motion. Even beyond numbers and dates, synchronicities appear through repeated encounters. You may keep hearing the same phrase, seeing the same image, or meeting people who unknowingly confirm what you have been hoping for. Someone mentions a lottery win, then later a stranger casually talks about unexpected money, and before the day ends you see an advertisement about fortune. These threads weave together a tapestry that declares your blessing is near. Many dismiss these repetitions as tricks of the mind, but those who understand the deeper language of life know better. Synchronicities are not empty. They are signs of alignment between your inner belief and the outer reality forming for you. When the inner world and the outer world mirror each other, manifestation becomes inevitable. So do not overlook the repeating patterns that visit your days. Write them down, acknowledge them, and give thanks for them. They are divine reassurances sent to keep your heart steady when doubt tries to shake you. Each time you see those numbers, each time you recognize those repeating signs, remind yourself, the blessing is not far away. It is already within reach, waiting for the perfect moment to be revealed in your life. There comes a moment just before the blessing appears, when something awakens deep within you. It is not loud, it is not dramatic, but it is unshakable. A quiet confidence rises, a deep knowing that cannot be explained by evidence. Nothing in your outer life may suggest change, yet within you feel as though the change has already happened. This is not ordinary optimism. It is divine assurance. It is the Spirit whispering that your hands will soon hold what your heart has long carried. This inner confidence is mysterious because it defies reason. You may still face bills, difficulties, or obstacles, yet none of them disturb the peace that has settled in your heart. You wake up and move through your day with an unusual calm, as if you already stand in possession of the blessing. People around you may not understand, but faith does not need explanation. Faith is possession before possession, sight before sight. It is that deep sense of certainty that makes you smile when others see no reason to. This knowing does not shout, it simply rests. It allows you to walk without anxiety, to speak without doubt, and to think without fear. It is as though your spirit has already received the prize, and now your body is simply waiting for the moment when it appears in the physical. This is why some call it the pregnancy of faith, because just like a child is carried unseen before it is born, so too is your blessing carried in the invisible before it is revealed. Often, this shift happens suddenly. One day you may feel restless, uncertain, and worried, and the next, a calm strength overtakes you. It feels as if something has clicked inside your soul. This is the sign that the unseen has already turned in your favor. The inner world always moves before the outer world responds. That is why when confidence rises, manifestation is near. This deep knowing transforms how you act. You begin to carry yourself differently, not with arrogance but with assurance. You plan as though the blessing is already yours. You speak as though it has already come, and you treat challenges not as barriers but as temporary illusions. This behavior is not delusion, it is alignment. When you live as though it is done, you are harmonizing your reality with the truth of what has already been given to you in the unseen. The beauty of this inner confidence is that it does not depend on circumstances. Circumstances may look dark, doors may appear closed, but you no longer look at them with fear. You know within that nothing can stop what is already written. That knowing is your anchor, keeping you grounded until the day of manifestation. So when this unshakable calm arises within you, do not dismiss it, cherish it. It is the whisper of God telling you that your blessing is already yours. Walk in it, rest in it, and trust it, for soon the evidence will arrive, and the world will see what your heart has known all along. There are moments in life when abundance begins to circle around you before it ever lands in your hands. You start meeting people who talk about money, success, or sudden blessings. You overhear strangers discussing lottery wins or unexpected opportunities. Friends suddenly share stories of promotions, inheritances, or breakthroughs they never saw coming. These are not chance encounters. They are divine indicators that your atmosphere is shifting, that abundance is moving closer to you, preparing your spirit to recognize and receive it. When you are on the verge of increase, life begins to surround you with reminders of prosperity. You may turn on the television and hear a story about someone who won against all odds. You may stand in line at a store and overhear someone speak about unexpected financial relief. Even a passing conversation on the street can echo the very blessing you have been expecting. These experiences are not coincidences, they are reflections of your own inner world. What you have been holding in your belief begins to manifest first in the environment around you. These encounters serve a greater purpose. They are meant to stir faith within you, to remind you that if it can happen for another, it can happen for you. They act as confirmation that you are aligned with abundance. The blessing does not begin the moment you hold it, it begins when you become aware that it is possible, near, and inevitable. By placing these conversations and encounters in your path, the universe is showing you the nearness of your breakthrough. Sometimes the encounter comes through people you know. A relative may suddenly come into wealth, a friend may stumble upon a rare opportunity, or a colleague may receive a reward out of nowhere. You are not to envy them, for their story is a preview of your own. Their abundance is not to make you jealous, but to awaken your expectation. What happens near you is a sign of what is available to you. Other times, the encounters are so subtle they could easily be ignored. Perhaps you find yourself picking up a book that opens to a page about unexpected wealth. Maybe you notice advertisements about fortune or prosperity appearing more often than usual. Even songs on the radio may echo words of increase, breakthrough, or success. The world around you begins to echo the reality that is approaching your life. Do not overlook these sudden encounters. They are confirmations, gentle nudges reminding you that you are already walking in the vibration of abundance. Instead of dismissing them as random, give thanks for them. Each one is a sign that your spirit is tuned to the frequency of wealth, and wealth cannot help but move toward you. When you begin to meet these signs in your daily path, rejoice, for they are not accidents. They are divine whispers telling you, stay ready, it is closer than you think. Your blessing is not far away. It is moving step by step into your hands, and life itself is preparing you by showing you glimpses of what is about to become yours. There comes a mysterious stillness that settles over the soul just before a great blessing arrives. It is not forced, nor is it something you can create by effort. It comes like a gentle river, flowing quietly into your heart. Worry begins to dissolve, fear loosens its grip, And even though nothing has changed on the outside, within you there is a peace that cannot be explained. This calm is not ordinary. It is a sign that your spirit has already touched the reality you are waiting for. It is as though you already hold the prize in an unseen dimension, and now you simply wait for the physical world to catch up. This calm is a sacred confirmation that the battle has already been won. When others expect you to be anxious, you instead carry a lightness. When circumstances still appear uncertain, you walk as though certainty itself is guiding you. You no longer chase the blessing, because in your heart you already know it belongs to you. That quiet assurance is often the final stage before manifestation, the calm that rests before the storm of breakthrough. It is strange because it feels so real, yet there may be no evidence to support it. Bills may still sit on the table, challenges may still surround you, but none of them disturb your inner state. The noise of life may continue, yet within you hear only silence. That silence is not emptiness. It is fulfillment. It is the soul resting in what has already been received. This peace is different from temporary relief. It does not come and go with circumstances. Instead, it anchors you in a certainty that cannot be shaken. You may wake in the morning and feel a deep gratitude for no reason at all. You may look at your life and sense that everything is falling into place, even though nothing outwardly has changed yet. That is because the unseen has already shifted, and your inner self is responding to that unseen victory. Often, this peace arrives after a long season of struggle. You may have wrestled with doubts, fears, and disappointments, but suddenly you find yourself no longer fighting. It is as if something within you says, "It is done." This surrender is not giving up. It is giving in to the truth that what you desire is already yours. You no longer beg or strive, you simply rest, knowing that manifestation is now inevitable. This calm is a divine gift. It keeps you steady during the final stretch, when the outer world may still try to provoke fear. It is the shield that protects your heart from doubt. And when you walk in this peace, the blessing moves swiftly into the natural, because your spirit is already in harmony with it. So if you feel this strange, unexplainable calm, rejoice. It is not ordinary. It is a sign that your spirit already holds the prize. The outer world is only a step behind. Soon, what you know within will appear before your eyes, and the peace you feel will transform into the joy of manifestation. Just before a breakthrough, life often grows more difficult. The path that seemed clear becomes clouded, and obstacles appear where once there was ease. Doubts rise within, challenges press from without, and everything in you is tempted to believe that the blessing will not come. Yet this very resistance is not a sign of failure. It is proof that manifestation is near. The moment of greatest pressure comes just before release. The night is darkest before the dawn, and so too does your journey often feel heaviest before the prize appears in your hand. This resistance shows up in many forms. Sometimes it is financial strain, sometimes it is unexpected setbacks, and sometimes it is the mocking voice of doubt, whispering that you have believed in vain. Friends may discourage you, circumstances may test your patience, and even your own thoughts may rebel against the vision you have carried. But understand, this resistance does not mean denial. Resistance is the final test, designed to reveal whether you will cling to faith or surrender to fear. The truth is, faith must be proven. If it collapses under pressure, it was not faith. But when you stand unshaken, when you continue to believe even as life seems to push against you, that is when the unseen aligns with the seen. The resistance you face is like the final labor pains before birth. Painful, yes, but also purposeful. It declares that the new life, the blessing, the manifestation is about to emerge. Many give up at this stage because they mistake resistance for rejection. They believe the obstacles mean the promise has failed. But in reality, the storm only rages because you are so close to shore. The enemy of your destiny fights hardest when it knows it has already lost. Doubt screams loudest when faith is about to triumph. The resistance is not an end, it is a doorway. This season teaches you to rise above appearances. It asks you to hold fast to the unseen reality, even when the visible world seems to contradict it. Every challenge is an invitation to stand in greater strength. Every delay is an opportunity to prove your endurance. And every doubt is a shadow, powerless unless you give it light. When you recognize resistance for what it truly is, you no longer fear it. Instead, you see it as confirmation that your blessing is closer than ever. Rather than retreating, you press forward with even greater assurance. You declare within yourself that nothing can stop what has already been birthed in the Spirit. You know the tests are temporary, but the manifestation will be permanent. So do not let challenges shake you. Do not let doubt steal your conviction. When resistance intensifies, rejoice, for it is the surest sign that your faith has taken root and the harvest is near. Stand firm, hold fast, and keep believing. For just beyond the resistance lies the manifestation, waiting to step into your life with undeniable power. My friend, the mysterious signs we explored are not accidents. They are divine signals preparing you for the breakthrough that is already written in your destiny. Dreams that whisper wealth, patterns and synchronicities that echo around you, the inner confidence that rises without proof, the sudden encounters with abundance, the calm that quiets every fear, and even the resistance that tests your faith. All of these are not random. They are steps on the path leading you to the manifestation of your blessing. When you recognize them and hold firm in belief, you align your life with what has already been granted to you in the unseen. Your lottery win, your breakthrough, your blessing. It begins within before it appears without. Trust the process, stay awake to the signs, and give thanks in advance, for what is yours will surely come.